What's going on, guys? Welcome back to my channel, and boy, we got another amazing Season 12 sneak peek of the tech tree. Everything you need to know to plan for a successful Season 12. Guys, we have with me today Shishk Bobber. What's up, Shishk?
Hey, how's it going, OP? Super pumped to be here for the Season 12 sneak peek.
Yes, man. And guys, we've actually upped our game a little bit. You can see here, there's more colors on the screen here with these graphs. Shishk, do you care to explain what this, reiterate what this graph really truly means for Warship Season 12?
Sure, yeah, we've actually got two graphs. We'll start with this one. This is the Season 12 starting keys, and this is based on your Season 11 final rank. So, Season 11 final rank is down on the x-axis, the horizontal axis at the bottom. Figure out wherever you finished, and then just start reading off numbers from the chart, basically. The numbers in white correspond to how many keys you'll start with coming into Season 12. The numbers in blue are actually giving you the rank number. And now a new addition we've added to the chart for this season is these colored backgrounds between each league. You can see we've got the leagues divided off between wood, stone, iron, and ultimately gold. If you've really finished high enough, you might actually start in gold. It's all about after Legendary 230, but who cares about that? You just take a look at these charts, figure out your starting keys, your starting rank, and you'll even know what league you start in.
That's amazing, guys. So again, take a look at this, take a hard look, find out exactly where you're starting and with how many keys, guys. Unlock keys. Shishk, let's take a look over here at the upgrade tokens, the tokens that we get to spend to upgrade our stuff, right? What's this graph telling us?
Exactly. It's the same idea as the other one, a little bit less colorful, and the only information we're reading off of this is, of course, our Season 12 starting tokens. You read it the same way. Just figure out where your Season 11 final rank finish was, and then just read the number up. I mean, every plateau of bars is labeled, so you can just read the number directly off that. And these numbers are in thousands, by the way. So if you finished in Legendary 1, for instance, that would... Oh, you're sliding it around. That would put you at a point that I can't read. But it's roughly 3 million something or other.
Yeah. If you start at if you start at rank 1, that's 410,000, and as you get up higher, it'll be at rank 11, you'll have 1.2 million 30 guys. So again, it's all in thousands, and you can justify and see what you have starting with upgrade tokens throughout the tree here, guys. Also, too, just FYI, join my Telegram group, guys, because I will have a pinned picture or image of this full-on tech tree smorgasbord available to you, so you guys can view it at your own leisure. Okay, so Shishk, those are the graphs, man. You ready for that beautiful tech tree?
Absolutely, because yeah, these numbers are super important because you need to know these numbers to figure out how to plan your tech tree. And here comes the planner. All
right, guys, here is the Season 12 tech tree at its finest. Shishk, very interesting tech tree this season. Your first thoughts on seeing it?
Oh, well, GBE. This is the season of excessive, copious amounts of GBE.
Yes, guys, the stats, let's give you the stats really quick on all the boosts. We have 150% troop health, 150% troop damage, 150% building health, 50% DBD, guys. That's all the damage output we're going to get in boosts this season. And then, like Shish said, copious amounts of gunboat energy, 250% gunboat energy. If you can get all GB nodes. That's crazy, right, Shish? It's like, what?
Yeah, I mean, I don't even know what you're going to do with all the GB. That's the one interesting thing about the season. Well, one of the interesting things about the season. Also, that very low amount of DBD is just like, wow, it's not a spicy taco, it's a mild taco.
Exactly, guys. So here is Season 12 tech tree. We all know we got the gunboat, landing craft. We got flares again early. Shishk, it's always nice because we get to direct our troops and have complete control over them, right? Not just flagging them and hoping they go somewhere, right?
It does set this game apart from Clash of Clans, that's for sure.
Woo-hoo. Oh yes, exactly. That's what separates the Clash from the Boom. That's right. Guys, first troop is we got riflemen again, pretty normal. We also have heavies there as well before that third ER. So I could just Crystal Ball tells me it's more heavy Russian. Now, some people might want to do all riflemen rushing, but then again, you have mines there, and we have nothing to handle the mines, Shishk. So that could be kind of dirty for the rifle, but the heavies, they eat mines for lunch.
There's that early building health, which is quite nice. I think everyone's going to want to pick that up.
Yeah, absolutely, guys. Building health, that's the first 50% of the 150% you get of building health. And you also can tinker around getting the troop damage there before the 30 ER, the first troop damage node. Now, I do see Cryoneers, Shishk, there as well. What's your take on the Icy Cryoneers, man?
Personally, I could probably see myself getting every node but the Cryoneers. So I probably would skip them, to be honest. I just don't see them being very effective in the early metas.
Right, no, absolutely. So there is that, guys, right there. So we're looking at Heavy Rush. Moving on over past the 30 ER, we do get Bullet again early, guys. Bullet was early last season as well. We're going to get him again this season. Guys, that reminds me too, the season is going to be 28 days. You guys see it indicated down below, 28-day totals and keys and upgrade tokens per, ranked chest you are in. There's 28 days. So just, again, these keys and everything are all calculated through that 28-day season.
So it's also a good point to make. So since it's a 4-week season instead of a 3-week season, that means, we've got an extra week of pushing. There's going to be more stars. People will finish higher in rank this season than last season, all things being equal, just because it's 4 weeks.
Right. So just take note of that, guys. So we got 28-day season ahead of us. Back to the tree. So we got Bullet again, guys. We have smokes we can pick up as well. I'm looking at this. I'm not going last season Warrior path. I think I'll just bypass the Warriors again, guys, because there are mines out, and yeah, that'll just wreck Warriors without any kind of barrage, artillery, or med kits to save them. So we'll ditch the Warriors this season, I promise. So again, we got Boom Mines, another troop health. We got troop health node there. There's a 50% troop health. There's a shock bomb. We got the first gunboat energy of 5 right there. There's your multi-nodes, guys. The multi-nodes are indicated by the little purple little orb color there. Those are all multi-nodes. That's the second multi-node, because we had the one back there. We had 2 snipers, a cannon and 2 machine guns. And then this one, we had 2 mortars, 2 cannons, 2 machine guns. So take your pick, I guess. But other than that, moving down, I see flamethrowers. And then finally, guys, there's our first artillery shell there, sitting there right to the right side of the flamethrowers, but is a dead end node. So I'm curious to see how many people will be going for that artillery shell. Same
thing about the shock bomb. Honestly, I'm kind of curious to know how effective the shock bomb is going to be early on too. I might consider skipping that at the start.
Yeah. Shock bomb, guys. I mean, if you think about it, if you're running all heavies, you don't need to really shock anything with all heavies, right? So who knows? I mean, do you want to save the keys, come back for it later? You'd be the decider of that, right? But good point there, Shish. Shock bomb, will it be necessary? Guys, leave a comment down below.
There's the only DBD on the whole tree.
I know, you guys. Can you believe it? It's the only DBD on this tree. 50%. That is it. So it's not going to be hitting that hard this season, guys. It just isn't.
The other thing we should say about this tree is the flying troops are back, the bombardiers are back. We have no proto troops. This is the typical Warships troop layout that we've become accustomed to in the past. So yeah, it's a little, lacks a little bit of pomp and circumstance like last season did, but it's still a really cool tree, guys. Don't count it out.
Right. So yeah, you guys can see there we have rocket choppers there after the 4th ER. You got Sparky too. I don't know, maybe she could be effective, but again, I think Bullet, guys, is going to be a superstar going forward here early on. You got Megs.
I think it's a superstar till the end, to be honest.
Yeah, exactly, guys. With the 250% GBE, the sky's the limit with Bullet, right? So then you got their, like I said, only DBD 50%. Then you got your ER, got boom cannons next, and then we are getting rocket choppers, gunboat, or if you want to go right and get that troop health, yeah, that's good too. But there is the Tick 4 or the ER4. And you can see we get Kavan in this next little branch off the 4, between the 4 and the 5 ER. You get a couple more multi-nodes there. You got either a Hot Pot 1, a Sky Shield 1, or a Microwave or 2. And then the one below there, a Boom Cannon, 2 Flames, or 6 Mines. But Shishk, here, do you think Rocket Choppas are going to be something in this season?
Yeah. In this particular meta range, let's say, I think for those players that are very skilled that can use rocket choppers, that will greatly benefit them to get early stars. That's going to separate the pack, I believe. If you have the ability to use rocket chopper hits effectively, you stand to gain a lot of stars early on.
Yeah, guys, rocket choppers, we know they're fragile like Zookas, but they do pack a punch, and they're very quick. They're very
And you'll
quick.
definitely want shock bomb by the time you're using rocket choppers.
Yes, guys. Remember the shock bomb? We were talking about how effective it would be at that point. I think just about now is when you should go back for that shock bomb. Again, we got the rocket choppers. Moving on over, get Zookas. And yeah, next ER, we got Scorchers. Oh, wait, we can get Scorchers before the next ER. That's if you take the top path. If you take the top path. Now, Shish, do you think Barrage will be effective? What do you think about Barrage?
Well, of course. I mean, unfortunately, we do have early artillery option and early barrage, so that definitely ushers in a BART meta.
Right.
So, being that you could BART out an engine room.
Right.
So I mean, it's better to give than receive, right? So you probably want to consider maxing these out, but you got to do all your token calculations because these things aren't cheap.
They aren't cheap. You're right, guys. That's why we bring you this full-on tech tree planner for season 12, so you can do just that. All right, so you get Scorchers, guys. Remember last season Scorchers were a thing. Will they be a thing this season, Shishk?
Well, they were a total surprise to, I think, just about everybody last season, except for Amy Chan. But but other than that, yeah, I do. With the low DBD, I think the stats are there to possibly, dare I say, see a Scorcher rocket chopper full clear meta. Maybe it might just happen, guys.
Yeah.
In my mind, I see it working. I don't know. We'll see.
We'll see, guys. We'll see. We'll take it to the seas. But again, there it is. Moving on to the next ER, guys. There are those pesky Bombardiers sitting right there next to the fifth after the fifth ER. You get Bombardiers, and then you can either go up north for Mrs. Brick or to the right for pretty decent, I guess, multi-node. You can get a Damage Amp 2, a SEMO 2, or a Shock Blaster 2. I mean, in this case, I'm looking to probably go Prototype over Brick. Oh, I forgot to mention last, too, the Shock Launcher also is connected to the Barrage, so you got it. That's a dead-end node as well. So Shock Launcher will be super crucial, guys. Obviously, we know that. Now, obviously, flying troops aren't affected by Shock Launchers, but Seekers are, and just a bunch of other troops. So Shock Launchers, if you want it, very end of that Barrage node there. So moving on, we got Seekers coming up right north of that multi-node there, guys. So people will have Bolt at this point. They'll have Seekers at this point, Shishk. And guess what?
And there's no shock mines early on. I mean, it's gonna be again. This is another one of those points where if you get the Seekers right away, you stand to gain a lot of stars if you know how to use them. And of course, throw in the instant training caveat. It probably helps have instant training with Seekers because their troop reload times take forever.
Exactly. But guys, also too, Seekers' wild little rule at this point is because shock mines are just a little hop, a jump, and a skip away there from the Seekers. But shock mines don't really stop Seekers. They might slow them down or make the player really rethink their, And by this time they have barrage artillery, so those shock mines kind of will be barred out, perhaps. So you'll slow them down, but you won't stop them. We've seen that in season 11, where we had full 7 tech tree, we had shock mines and everything, and they were still Seekering us. So the pro Seeker players will be able to get through that. But nonetheless, you reach Seekers, guys, early on, you will rule the roost for sure. There's your next building health node, guys, right there for 100% building health. And then next to that, you got the shock mines and then that next ER. You also have the troop damage, guys, just below that ER as well. So you can, obviously decide at that point, do you want to go next to gunboat or the troop damage? I'm thinking troop damage, but, let each captain make their own decisions. Shishk, moving on to the 6 ER, look at this. This is where we unlock the 3rd GBE node. So now we're at what, 150%? That's pretty crazy. And then we have tanks. No, thank you. I don't think we're going to be using tanks this season because you know what, guys? This just is a recipe for speed base racing.
Oh yeah,
season.
Yeah, tanks are just too slow. Bottom line.
They're way too slow. We need something. If we want tanks to be more effective, guys, in warships, we need a lot of ice and we need a lot of defenses to stop Seekers, Bombardiers, heavy choppers, rocket choppers,
Well,
or better yet, just don't put them in there that season.
exactly, yeah. Just don't put those powerful troops in there, then maybe tanks will shine sometime. But not this time, guys. At least that's not what we see.
Yeah, so save those 34 keys. Just saying, guys. There's your gunboat. You got med kits finally popping in over here. You got critters. You got grenadiers. And then there are those monster machines, the heavy choppers. Guys, yes, they are back. 42 keys. But man, they are back. And those, my friends, is when the new meta starts ushering in, where we're thinking maybe at this point, heavy chopper, seeker. Now, you might say, you forgot about the bombardiers. I think the bombardiers will be more of a safe bet for those who just need to get their chests, perhaps. But I think seeker, heavy chopper will completely annihilate the bombardier base race. What's your thoughts on that, Shishk?
Yeah, but again, you've got to consider whether the player has instant training or not. So if a player doesn't have instant training, I totally see them going the bombardier route.
Yes, exactly. So there you go. But we got heavy choppers back in, guys. I'm just kidding. But there they are. Then on to the 7th ER, friends. Actually, your last building health, guys. Normally we get that after the 7th ER is unlocked, but no, you get your 150% building health just before the 7th ER. So you can actually get 150% building health before the 7th ER. Then onto the 7th ER, you have below there the troop health, your last troop health, which will give you 150%. Then you'll get over to the right, which will give you 150% troop damage. That's the max of all the total troop damage nodes you have. And then from there, it's just going around the merry-go-round here. Look at these guys. We got Mark III prototypes in 2 of the 3 multi-nodes there. You can get 2 lasers, laser beam 3s. You can get a Doom Cannon 3. I'm looking more at, depending on what's going to be hitting us, which I think are going to be heavy choppers. Doom Cannon 3 is pretty much on my menu, and perhaps the Grappler 3. Perhaps, I don't know. Shishk, what are you looking at those multi-nodes? Anything kind of popping at you?
Yeah, that'd be my first choice. Kind of depends how metas evolve. But yeah, definitely. I think those are solid choices.
Right. And then, guys, there's our last 2 GB nodes. Again, totaling the 5 nodes that are out there, 250% GBE, guys. That's just insane amounts of GBE. I don't see any other troop combination. You could use the expensive heavy choppers, no problem with that. It's going to be a bloody base race. Let's just say that. And then you got the last multi-node there where it's just the mines. Okay, yeah, you got some more mines. And there's the Season 12 tech tree, Shishk. Are you looking forward, man, to tackling this season with this tech tree? Are you looking, we got to look forward to it, but what's your outlook? Do you like what you see?
Well, yeah, putting this all into summary and adding up a bunch of keys and extrapolating stuff, it does seem like we'll have a period of even tech again for this season, probably around the last week. It just depends how quickly you get to Diamond. Like all seasons, get to Diamond as soon as possible, guys. But we will finish in what we call even tech, where everybody does have a chance to have the tree completely filled, at least with the nodes that matter, okay? So in this regard, I'm really pumped, because I always love seasons that end in even tech, so I really, really like that. And I'm looking forward to trying that whole Scorcher rocket chopper thing. If it works, great. If it doesn't, well, we tried. But I am looking forward to that for sure.
And just to brush on to Shishk's point about even tech, guys, what's nice about that, because of even tech, last season, I got both my accounts into Legendary 1.
Well, another key point, though, about differentiating this season being a 4-week season from a 3-week season, and both including even tech, because it's a 4-week season, that means there's going to be a longer amount of time, say around 3 weeks or so, where people still will have a tech advantage if they're tech riding. It's possible these guys might actually make enough stars to where they could realistically consider just parking and not even waiting for all the even techers to catch up. So we might see a little bit of a different dichotomy coming into the end of the season simply because of the season length.
And down below, you guys see there the 28-day totals for each different rank chest. You can see at the total at the bottom, the right total unlock and upgrade costs for the whole tech tree. That's the whole tech tree, guys, in the cost of upgrade tokens and unlock keys. So it's kind of nice to kind of gauge and see, well, where can I fit in? Now, I know we aren't going to be upgrading or unlocking every single node, but it gives you a little ballpark figure. And also, guys, to note too, these 28-day totals for the keys and upgrade tokens only include the time chest for 28 days. Doesn't include the rank chest, guys. As you progress, get rank chests. That's not in there. So we're just calculating that actual number for 28 days. Just again, for your information. So let me know in the comments below, guys, how you feel now that you've seen this tech tree. What you think? Do you like it? Are you looking forward to season 12? I know Shishk and I are, so I hope you are as well.
Let us know what you think we missed too in the comments below. If you see some meta or something that's pretty cool about this tree that we didn't mention, please be sure to let us know in the comments.
Yes, thank you guys. That's right. That's what the comments are there for, guys. So make sure you let us know everything. We would love your feedback. Anything you could critique on that we could make these better. We plan to make these every season, guys. And if you do like these tech trees planner, leave a thumbs up on the video, and remember to join my Telegram group room, guys. Link will be in description for that server, and you guys will have this image in there pinned, so you guys can have it for yourself. Shishk, what do you say we move on to seeing all the different ER layouts?
Yes, I love looking at the decks.
Let's do it. All right, guys, here we are now at the engine room layout of each deck. It's gridded for you guys, so if you need to look at the different pixels or the grids or the squares or there they are for you. Shishk, this is the 2ER. Again, most of us will be there right at the start, but we'll jump right into 3ER, right? So, you know, there's 2ER.
So, yeah.
There's 2ER.
Highly accessible.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Here's 3ER, folks, right here. Kind of a little unique little design here. You got 2 deployment zones, one at the bottom left and then one on the, you know, kind of to the right, a small one. And you got an interesting little layout here for 3ER. And we'll probably be in 3ER for a little bit. So, are you liking this one, Shish? Do you like the design of this one? Does it look kind of... I mean, at this point, we'll still have heavy rushes, right? So, you'll want to definitely be, you know, spacing these out, I would think, right? Maybe.
Exactly.
4ER, guys. Let's go to 4ER. This is when the rocket choppers are unleashed. You can see here at 4ER, we have only one deployment ramp there on the right side center, kind of. Interesting layout, Shish. This is for the rocket chopper meta.
Yeah.
Does it look interesting to you?
Yeah, for sure. I could see kind of launching rocket choppers off the left side of that ramp and getting them just to fly over the side of the ship. You might gain some strategical advantage by doing that. But again, it just depends on the defensive layouts that we have to face.
Yeah, absolutely. So there's 4ER layout, guys. And again, I'll post all these in my Telegram as well, so you guys can see these as well, or just take a screen grab as I keep showing them. Anyways, 5ER next, guys. There it is. Again, one deployment zone. It's a little bit wider, right, on the right side there, and you see a little bit more of an arc in the design heading more towards the right. Again, 5ER. This is still when we have rocket choppers. I think we get seekers at this point as well.
Yes.
We'll have seekers here too. So again, I see a spread out ER deck here for seekers. Maybe something in there to mix them up or have them split. I don't know. But here is your 5ER layout. Moving over to the 6ER layout, guys. Again, now we have 2 deployment zones. And again, at this point, now we have heavy choppers tuning on in at this point. So again,
those large gaps
on
both sides can easily be exploited by flying troops. And they can just fly right over those gaps and skip a whole lot of defenses.
Yes. So maybe not have your defenses along those lines, or maybe you want boom cannons there, right? To make them shock it or whatnot. But yeah, this is when all the flying troops will be out, guys, in full swing. And so just make sure you make some wise decisions when you construct your 6ER layout. And then finally, for everybody that gets the privilege of reaching 7ER, here it is. Again, 2 decks, just a little small cookie cutout on the right-hand side. Other than that, it's pretty much a full deck, kind of, minus the little cookie cutout there on the right. Again, Shish, this is when all the tech's unleashed. This is when we'll have, if players do reach the end of the tree, which most will, or some will, you'll have 250% GBE, man. So here's 7ER, man. What are you thinking of this one? You like this one?
Yeah, I mean, definitely I can see a lot of action in that top corner because it's the furthest away from both ramps. Yeah. But again, I still imagine a spread layout of defenses. I doubt you'll have all the ERs like clumped together. I really doubt it, but you'll definitely have a few back there in that top corner for sure. Yeah.
So anyways, guys, there is your full-on Warship Season 12 Tech Tree Planner Guide. Visuals, guys, everything, the meat and potatoes for Season 12. And I hope you guys plan with this, what we've given to you guys, and may you start Season 12 with confidence, right, Shish? This is a confidence builder in Season 12. You get to know how to plan. You get to plan. You get to execute by planning. So I'm looking forward to season 12, man, and I hope you are too, dude. Any final words?
Yeah, looking forward to it, and it's definitely. Well, I'll just say the final meta I do believe is bullet, heavy chopper, and seeker.
Yeah.
Like I think that's going to be the strong meta in the end for those that can do it. So that's the same reason I think bullet's just going to be the hero I pick all season long.
Yeah.
There might be an opening for Kavan if you're running bombardiers, of course.
Sure. Yeah. No, guys.
That's about it, though.
Yeah. Usually seasons it's bullet, Kavan, juggling. You know, it's you're one or the other, or one's more dominant, right? But I think this season, with all the amounts of GBE, it's like I don't know, you just have bullet and he's just a beast, and with that GB you'll be able to really fight your way with seekers, and I don't know, it's going to be something interesting. But guys, pay close attention that we really do think that seekers, heavy choppers, bullet will be something in that final meta. So yeah, we'll see. Leave a comment, guys, down below. Let us know what you guys are feeling about Season 12. Other than that, thank you so much for being here today, Shishk. And guys, make sure, I will have a card in the video for Shishk's channel. Make sure you go subscribe to him. There'll also be a link in the description for Shishk Kebabber's channel, so make sure you go check it out. Other than that, guys, here's to Season 12, and we'll see you on the seas.